Hey folks, Happy New Year. I hope you guys had a great holiday season. I've actually tried to make this video a couple times, maybe a few times. OMG, Allie, where have you been? Hey folks, long time no see. I really wanted to update to a better quality camera, and my laptop had the red disc of death, so it was not doing anything. But even though I've been gone, I've been filming. I've always wanted to get back into this. You know, I really need a hobby. So I've been filming our lives for the past year and a half since I last made videos, and I just never got around to making those videos for all the reasons. I am inertia. If I'm at rest, I will stay at rest. If I'm in movement, I will keep moving. And so I rested and I got out of the habit, and that's on me. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm still here, I'm still keto, I'm still Allie, just living life. So I've actually filmed a lot of this before, so I'm going to let summer of 2024 Allie narrate the rest of this video. OMG, Allie, where have you been? Honestly, I hope you're not too surprised. I kind of did this before, like a year ago. Last year was really busy because of work, because I took on these extra roles. If you don't know, I'm a teacher, and then I added some of these supplementary roles, not this past year, but the year before. And then this past year was difficult for other reasons, but I'm not gonna go into it because I am in summer mode. So I was actually planning to come back sooner. Even made like a whole sit down video to just kind of be like, what's up, y'all? Here are some updates. But I was completely unable to edit because I have this issue with this old laptop. So I had to figure out a solution. So that took some time to figure out. I got the red 100% disc of death. So I tried to come back sooner. I just had to figure out my technology. So the man and I got married last year in the spring, and I had heard that the first year of marriage is the most difficult. So I really did promise myself that this first year of marriage was gonna be amazing. Like, I wanted us to enjoy to the fullest this first year of being newlyweds. So I kind of made that promise, and I did my best, and he did his best to come up with activities that we could do, on the weekends or for vacation. And so a lot of my weekend time where I would have dedicated myself to creating videos was spent on just enjoying that first year of marriage. So sorry. And I don't know, I feel like the social media landscape when it comes to creating videos is changing, and it has changed. I mean, it's been changing for a long time. I'm just really slow to new things, I guess. I finally downloaded TikTok last week. I had refused to download it for so long. It just scared me. I don't know. I think I have an addictive personality, so I didn't really need another thing to grab my attention in an unhealthy way. So I had put off downloading TikTok for so long, but since I'm making this video and I kind of want to get back into everything, I feel like I have everything situated, my technology, I feel like I can finally come back. So if you'd like to follow me on TikTok, it is AllyMcWowie. You can find me there, same name as here. That'd be cool if you'd like to join me. I think for TikTok, what I want to do is more of like the cooking videos on that side, more of like the what I'm eating kind of thing. It just seems like those videos would be easier in a shorter format. So that's the plan. But I have been filming the whole entire past year, trying to just gather all of these moments, and I wanted to share some of them with you guys, and then I just had all these roadblocks in the way. So this video was like my this is what I've been up to video for over a year now. So our first year of marriage started with the honeymoon, and we went to Punta Cana. We rented a suite at a resort called the Majestic Colonial, and we stayed on the adults only side, and it was my first ever all-inclusive experience, and I absolutely fell in love with Punta Cana and all-inclusive resorts. It's my favorite thing in the whole wide world. I ate keto food, but y'all, it is hard to enjoy the beverages on an all-inclusive adult-only resort if you're only drinking wine, especially when it's hot. I mean, the first day or two, I tried to just, drink my glasses of wine, but that is hard to do when you are sweating on a beach. So I did break keto, but I only do it for drinks. But I'm finding that if I only break keto and only with drinks when I go on vacation, it has pushed me to want to be more adventurous, and it makes me want to plan and like investigate, like where should we go. So I think it's a good little, compromise. Gets me to be more adventurous, more interesting. But oh my goodness, I loved it. Pool bars are my favorite thing. I loved that more than laying out on the beach. It was just, I loved that resort. I loved it so much, in fact, that we went back for our first anniversary this past spring. And it was just as lovely. I was really surprised that the fixed restaurants that they had, not the big buffets, but the actual Japanese and steakhouse and fish restaurant and the Mexican restaurant that they had actually changed their menu. Like, I was really surprised. I didn't realize that they were like trying to innovate. I don't know. It just caught me by surprise. But it was still all really good, and I would highly recommend going to the Majestic Colonial. I'm sure they're all good, but that one was my favorite because it was the only one I've been to. Oh man, we went to Myrtle Beach, and I found my new favorite leisurely activity in the sun is metal detecting. I mean, how can you, not like metal detecting? You have the opportunity to find treasure. You can find gold. I'm searching for them doubloons. Those, wedding rings, the jewelry, the gold jewelry, and it gets you out and about. It gets you walking a little bit, People come up to you and, try and ask you what you found, mostly bottle caps and paper clips. Who's doing office work on the beach? I don't get it. So that's my new active activity, I suppose. We went camping several times, mostly in North Carolina, but we went camping on the lake. We went camping on Lake Jocassee, which is absolutely gorgeous. Oh my gosh, we had to reserve that camping spot like a year in advance for Lake Jocassee. We went camping in the mountains in the fall. That is one of the man's favorite activities. He loves to be the outdoorsy survivalist type of guy. He even likes gardening because he said it makes him feel like he could survive in an apocalypse, which, hey, good for me, I suppose. So lots of camping, and we really enjoy cooking out and setting up the tent. We're kind of glampers. We sometimes bring these cots that we sleep on, so we're not sleeping on the ground. But the camping food is usually going to consist of jalapeno poppers that we get from the food line and some sort of meat. So sometimes those are kebabs. This past weekend we did burgers on the lake. He loves to be outdoors, so we went to the river near us a couple times, and he tried some fishing, and he likes to ride his one wheel, and I follow behind him on my little electric scooter. Speaking of his big boy toys, he's into motorcycles and his Sur-Ron. And so we went to a couple of his motorcycle lot days on the weekends. Some of the weather was just gorgeous, perfect for just being out and about. So he gets to kind of show off. I get to watch. It's always fun. We did a couple staycations where we just took like the whole weekend to just hang out with each other and just either stayed around the city or stayed at home. So we did a couple movie night campouts. So this is something where we choose some movies to watch and we get all the good snacks and treats, and we just spend hours, just in the house. We make a big fluffy pad on the floor and we just hang out and watch movies and eat snacks. The gracious man watched the entire Twilight series with me during one of these movie night campout days. It was glorious. He fell asleep like the last half of the last movie. He was a trooper. We went to a Renaissance fair, and I told myself this year I was going to dress up. I did not. It kind of snuck up on me, and I was like, hey, we've only got these couple of weekends left in the month to go. But next year I'm going to be Kate Middleton in her coronation gown. That's who I want to be. That's what I'm going to do. Over the holidays, we went to Charleston for a little weekend getaway, and that was so fun. We tried some of the awesome seafood that they had there, walked around, did some shopping. Oh, we hosted Christmas and New Year's here with the family over the holidays, and all the cooking and cleaning that goes into that. In January, we did my least favorite thing, which was we went on another ski trip. Skiing is terrifying, but I try so hard. It's just the worst thing, but I want to do it. The man inspires me to do these things. Plus we get to eat good food. I try and keep it keto, and I try and figure out all the keto places we can go. He really likes going to Snowshoe, West Virginia. But I'll tell y'all what, the drive up there makes me sick every time we go and come back. I cannot stand driving in the mountains. Not a big fan of skiing. It's terrifying. I'm worried I'm gonna snap my legs, you know? But I'm grateful that he, wants me to be there with him, and I want to be there with him. So he makes sure that we do other fun things like tubing. I really liked tubing down the little mountain. That was fun. And so more recently, we went to Myrtle Beach and we tried to do some crab fishing. We ended up with mostly hermit crabs, not edible crabs like we were hoping, but that's okay. It's fun just to sit on the pier and, talk to people as they walk by, and they'll ask you what you're fishing for. And you say crab, and they say, do you catch any? And we say, not yet. We rented a lake house here in our town at a local big lake, and just had this little Airbnb all to ourselves. So we were floating in the water, we were grilling out, we were sunbathing on the dock. And to kind of round out this first year and a few months of our marriage, our time as newlyweds, we are going on our first cruise here in the summer. So just been busy, with all of these activities over the weekends and even during the week, taking off from work. I finished up my master's plus 30. If you're a teacher, you know that means I took, some extra college courses during the evenings, and I got that little bit of a pay bump, learned a lot. Actually, I really did learn a lot, especially when it came to technology. That was my specialization, was educational technology. And the world is shifting after everything that's happened in the past 4 years towards more virtual education. So I feel like it was really helpful, not to just say I did it for the pay bump. But I reached that accomplishment in January, finally got that all certified. And yeah, just living life. I really do want to get back into these videos. I miss it. I really do miss it. I don't have sometimes a reason on the weekends to go anywhere, because I don't want to overeat. I don't want to spend money that I don't need to spend. So I'm like, what should I be doing with my weekends now? I should be creative. I should have a hobby. And that's what these videos are. I really want an outlet for my voice, for my expression. And I've kind of wondered throughout this past school year if making these videos makes me a more outgoing teacher. I think that they do. I think when I started making these videos, they changed the way that I interact with people. And so I want to make sure I maintain that. If you're still here with me, I really appreciate it. Plans for going forward, coming back to YouTube, definitely. Trying to also use TikTok. It scares me, but we're gonna see what happens. And I joined so late that they might even be shut down. So we will see how that goes. And of course, I wanna post more on my Instagram. So just really getting back in the habit. Thank you guys for sticking with me. It really means a lot. And I will see you next time. My name's Ally. Have a good one. Bye.